Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified Developer Associate. You can download the complete list of AWS-based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on Certified Developer Associate is: what is AWS Elastic Container Service ECS? Your answer should be AWS ECS is a fully managed container orchestration service that allows you to run, stop, and manage Docker containers on a cluster of EC2 instances. It simplifies the deployment and management of containerized applications at scale. Our next interview question is: how can you secure data at rest in AWS? Your answer should be: you can secure data at rest in AWS by using encryption mechanisms such as AWS Key Management Service KMS to manage encryption keys, Amazon S3 server-side encryption to encrypt data stored in S3 buckets, and AWS Cloud HSM for hardware-based key storage and cryptographic operations. Our next interview question is: explain the difference between AWS Code Deploy and AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Your answer should be AWS Code Deploy is a deployment service that automates the deployment of applications to EC2 instances or on-premises servers. AWS Elastic Beanstalk, on the other hand, is a higher-level service that automates the deployment and management of applications in a PaaS environment, handling infrastructure provisioning and scaling. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Kinesis? Your answer should be AWS Kinesis is a platform for real-time streaming data processing provided by AWS. It allows you to collect, process, and analyze large streams of data records in real time, enabling real-time analytics, machine learning, and other applications. Our next interview question is: how can you ensure high availability in AWS? Your answer should be: high availability in AWS can be achieved by using multiple availability zones (AZs) within a region, deploying applications across multiple AZs for redundancy, using AWS autoscaling to automatically adjust capacity based on demand, and designing fault-tolerant architectures. Our next interview question is: explain the difference between AWS CloudWatch logs and AWS CloudTrail. Your answer should be AWS CloudWatch logs is a monitoring service for log files generated by AWS resources and applications, enabling real-time log analysis and monitoring. AWS CloudTrail, on the other hand, is a service that provides visibility into user activity and resource changes in AWS accounts, allowing auditing and compliance monitoring. Our next interview question is: what are AWS Lambda layers? Your answer should be AWS Lambda layers are a way to share code and dependencies across multiple Lambda functions. You can use layers to manage common components such as libraries, custom runtimes, and other dependencies separately from your function code. Our next interview question is, how can you optimize performance in AWS Lambda? Your answer should be, performance in AWS Lambda can be optimized by using a combination of techniques such as optimizing code for faster execution, adjusting memory allocation to match workload requirements, minimizing cold starts by keeping functions warm, and leveraging Lambda layers for common dependencies. If you are preparing for any AWS-based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.